There's up a few picks that you would never see on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And of course, someone said never say never, but Abathur is a popular pick on Cursed Hollow. He'll often be paired up with a hero like Greymane. Very strong pick there. Other heroes that are good there is like Falstad, Dahaka, and even sometimes Vikings.
Oh, and the Vikings always fun in these situations. I don't know if Gangang have a Vikings player actually.
Not quite sure.
If they did, it would probably be Zay, right?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in beGenius or Gangang.
In Gangang.
Zay3 has played a lot of things. I don't think he's played Vikings. He plays a lot of Falstad, Kalthas.
Yeah, not sure. We will get to see. For starters, already a Zagara, technically a global, if we're counting Nidus Worms. So
and we are.
Get some great. So we are. It's a lovely heroic. You can get some good global potential. Can get some lovely lane push, which is always nice to see.
What that also means is that Gangan is threatening an Abathur. Zagara is one of the best mitigators of Abathur's global pressure, as she pushes way harder than the Slug ever could. Of course, she's not as fast with her global effect as Abathur, so banning Zagara and then picking Abathur would be a valid draft strat for Gangan.
Could be. We'll see if beGenius is able to react to that, or whether they're going to go with maybe a more standard ban. They're taking their time with this, and you can't really blame them for that. They can use the time to reevaluate, and they're like, yeah, Zagara?
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Zagara is an unusual ban, but it does make sense. We have justified it here. This also is an uncommon ban in terms of what we would see in Open Division quite a bit, but still makes sense. Cassia is strong.
But we understand it, right? Because Gangan, with raid balls, he loves Cassia. And I think he values Cassia more. Well, there's that Abathur.
Instant. Grubby, but we said we couldn't see into the future. We have clearly lied. Yeah. Grubby on point today.
If you can look into the future, you need to pretend that you can't, so that everyone isn't on to you.
Exactly. Shh. I like the fact that you're using your totally not future powers for casting, as opposed to winning the lottery or something like that.
I mean, gotta get some value out of it, you know?
we are very grateful for it. So we are going to see, like, my future powers only go to maps and I have to ring Kaldor for them. So, we are waiting for beGenius's next two picks.
I still can't believe you did that to me.
We'll
talk about this later.
We will. Not in front of the internet, Grubby.
Yeah. All right.
We'll talk about the context for that in our next break. But for now, beGenius, something for maybe hunting the Abathur. Maybe they want to go with Vikings for themselves. Some extra form of global, a noob. Always nice to see as a first pick, and Malfurion again.
Okay, liking the Anubrak pick. Anubrak so far in the European Crucible, I believe, has won all games he's been in so far.
Yes, he has.
And the amount of neglect towards prioritization on Anubrak has been absolutely, I don't want to say, well, I do want to say it, but I won't, has been quaint, let's say. beGenius picks him up. I think that's clever. What they have not done is to directly deal with the Abathur problem. No Dahaka. And no Falstad.
No Dahaka, no Falstad, no Zeratul could be used for that reason as well if they wanted to.
And no Greymane.
For hunting, yeah, no
They're
Greymane.
Giving Greymane willfully and knowingly to Abathur, which is not only one of the best counters to Anubrak, but also the best pairing with Abathur, bar almost none.
Never mind.
Wow.
It's an Illidan comp from Team Gangang.
That's the one I was looking for. Anti-hero Chen, anti-hero Illidan.
That was it.
That's
it. That's always cool. But yeah. Welcome back, Illidan Abathur meta. We have not seen you in... We see you very rarely, but in a Crucible, Game 2 of our Crucible, it was coming out. We are excited to see it. So now, how can beGenius react? Arthas is already stolen. Muradin could, in theory, be banned out by Gangang, and those are two of the biggest counters.
Yeah, Arthas, one of the primary counters to Illidan. Muradin is a soft counter, kind of. Johanna is very defensive counter. She does the job of defending against him, but doesn't blow him up as easily as some might.
Yeah.
Mages do pretty good against Illidan because they bypass his evasion. For example, Jaina, though, and she works well against Arthas too.
Jaina does have an armor as well, frost armor, keeping herself protected.
Yeah.
This vest does give me spell armor, so a little bit more resistant as well to that kind of thing personally. But Illidan does not have that same luxury.
Yep. Well, Uther ban is clever.
Yeah. Divine Shield on Illidan, or if not, even a Divine Storm on people trying to kill him.
And Guardian of Ancient Kings. 75% armor on Illidan if you stun him, which is pretty much the only way to lock him down. A must ban, very, very heads up by beGenius. They're looking much better so far in the draft than last game.
Gangang with a Sonya ban. Something that Whirlwind pretty good at just surviving through Illidan here. The ultimate evolution, if both Illidans were trying to deal with Sonya, she is one of the few heroes who can really survive that and if not even focus them down. So the Greymane is stolen. Greymane Illidan still could have worked here, so it makes a bit of sense to pick it up. And a Varian getting that taunt onto Illidan, some good lockdown. This is very much focusing down the Illidan at the moment because he is the biggest threat.
And another great thing about Varian is at level 13 he gets the ability, the name eludes me momentarily, but the level 13 where less healing is received on the target that Varian is basic attacking. Yes. So Illidan will get less lifesteal from his own trait and less healing from Abathur and less healing from whatever support is going to be picked up. So nice.
Always nice. Very nice, yes. So, speaking of supports, it is time to see Team Gangang's. What are we thinking? Support of Illidan, Rhaegar has always been a classic for him, so
and they need
that's
cleanse,
good.
They need Ancestral.
There's Rhaegar and Gul'dan slid through the draft.
You know what I want to see from beGenius? Vikings. I think
right now?
Yeah, if they don't pick up Vikings now, if they don't pick up Vikings period, then they will have a map pressure problem. Their team fight is looking fine, but they're still up against Abathur on a large map, on a large, slow map. And Varian's wave clear is poor. Malf cannot wave clear by himself. It's not safe.
Could you replace that with Falstad, maybe?
Possibly. Falstad or Dahaka could work, but it's got to be one of those three.
Yeah,
Vikings,
you need something global. A double support with a Brightwing polymorph onto Illidan, but you're missing out on a lot of the stuff that any of those other 3 picks could do.
I don't think it's a bad idea. Brightwing could work as well. Now, Li Ming offers more damage. I get it. But I worry about the Abathur element. Can beGenius control the map effectively? Because there is very little reason for Team Gangan to take a full-blown fight at any point in the game. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, they don't do anything yet. It doesn't lead to an immediate objective push, and Abathur makes happy and grateful use of those moments.
He really does. We actually saw Abathur very nearly winning the final game of our EU Crucible yesterday, but Shadow Zeratul shutting him down, not having any of it. There is no Zeratul in this game, though. These 2 drafts, there is some lockdown for the Illidan. There's a lot of burst damage. There's some good ability damage in the form of Cocktail and Li Ming. Do you think it's enough to deal with that threat? And do you think they have enough, if they are able to deal with it, to get rid of Gul'dan afterwards?
Well, Gul'dan is a huge problem. Anytime you are a damage dealer behind Illidan, you enjoy nearly not getting noticed because Illidan draws all the attention, like the person in red at a party. So Gul'dan, he's going to have a party, I do believe. He'll feel fairly safe with Illidan, Rhaegar, and Arthas.
I don't want to go to a Gul'dan party. It's horrifying. No one likes them. But nice. I agree. I really like Team Gangang's draft again, and I think it could be executed really well. Malfurion's going to have a pretty rough time. Li Ming, she has that teleport, which usually allows her to escape from people. No one escapes Illidan.
Yeah.
He's Illidan. That's the point of him.
Now, anti-heroes Illidan looks really great, daring, courageous, and good. 95% of the game. Occasionally, he falls into the Illidan trap of getting slightly ahead of himself, and crucially his teammates.
Where are you?
But Illidan has a very strong split map pressure as well.
Yes, it does. If they want to go for a hunt style, you can actually treat him a bit as a global hero.
Yeah.
We'll find out if that is the style he does go for. We are heading into game number 2. It's going to be on Cursed Hollow. And, Grubby, would you like to introduce our team on the left?
In the left, with 4 Frenchmen and 1 Russian. You see him right here, unstable. We've got Danatan. It's beGenius in the blue. There's Arcane, Kirva, and finally, Tank FTW. They're defending their seed in HGC Pro Division here in the Crucible in a best of 7.
And on the right-hand side, it is Team Gangang from Open Division. Kronaz on Rhaegar, BKB on Arthas. It's going to be anti-hero on that Illidan. Raid Boss is playing the Abathur, and Zay3 is on the Gul'dan, and beginning to start with Pursuit of Flame.
Pursuit of Flame seems to be the emergent, most popular talent for Gul'dan. I didn't get it for a while, but I get it now. It's safe, sustained damage of the highest order of magnitude. And Corruption, if you miss one, you lose and ruin the team fight. If you miss that crucial, well-talented Corruption. But with Fell Flame, you get a chance every 1.5, 2 seconds to land a really nice 300 to 800 damage, depending on the time in the game.
So we are seeing the Nerubian armor coming in for Anubarak straight away, going for that spellbook to try and deal with that very scary Gul'dan damage output. And we have the extra Spike Burst cooldown and radius for Abathur to combo with the Soma Transference. He's going to get level 13 to keep Illidan even more sustained.
Exactly. Interestingly, Illidan has picked Battered Assault. Normally you'll see Battered Assault, which is an ability, by the way, that if you sweeping strike through 2 enemy heroes, you get massive extra bonus auto attack damage. What he gives up is Immolation. Immolation gives him better wave clear, better mercenary camp captures, and more damage while he is getting locked down. Battered Assault, what that gives him is really good damage in situations where he can afford to do so, when there's no stuns, no blinds, but he takes it against a pretty decent amount of lockdown from Anubarak and Varian.
Yeah.
So it shows a kind of confidence that he feels he can deal with the team that he is up against as Illidan to take that talent, because wave clear really is a lot slower with this.
It really is. So Arthas was going in for Malfurion there, but Illidan decided to move on to Anubarak, so they weren't able to grab a quick first blood there. For now, both teams continuing it, but with both towers gone in the bot lane already, Tank for the win on the defense.
Standard talents being taken at level 4, maybe a nod towards Gul'dan's. Improved life tap, more mana from life taps instead of the Lost Soul where you can drain lane minions for bonus HP. Many fights on Cursed Hollow do not take place in the lane. They center around tributes, which will be getting announced right here.
It's going to be top lane, right next to Antihero, who is fully sustained, doesn't need Fountain, needs to get a better horse, but he is looking good and prepared. BKB's here as well, so the 2 frontliners already set up, and they need to delay, so it's good that they are here due to the fact that their team is going to be a little late because Rhaegar and Gul'dan were doing that Siege Giant camp in the bot lane.
Fortuitous tribute location, it's random, north or south. North is good for Team Gangan.
It is very good. Lots of damage onto BKB.
Oh, BKB.
Where's Rhaegar? Just in time for the heal, keeping him alive. They turn it round and Noob is gone. Arcade focus down. Illidan is doing Illidan things, and they're going to pick up the first tribute of the game, unless Li Ming, no, not in range. So they're going to be able to get this, and now with Gul'dan up here, he could even stick around for a bit to help clear out these Siege Giants, and that's exactly what he's going to do while Illidan has moved to mid lane.
Is he going to go for the tower, the Bruiser camp, or for the Varian lane? Of course, Varian never was able to come. This was a 4.5 versus 4, with Abathur Symbiote helping Illidan. Varian stayed bottom because the Siege camp in the bottom would have done massive damage to the fort. And ironically, it still is, because Varian's wave clear is what it is. I kind of put a warning signal there in that draft. You've got Varian. Basically, if you want to go up against Abathur, you either need 5 heroes with an excellent wave clear or a global.
Yeah, you can sometimes have a bit of trouble with that. Varian, by the way, is going for a full Parian build here, not going for some of the alternative builds we've seen with his damage buffs that a couple teams have been going with. This is still comfortable. Abathur, no mule, very confident, extra damage all the way, going with that Needle Spine.
Very nice. Hunger for power also. Hunter's Onslaught on Illidan, full auto attack build.
Yeah,
Team Gangan is doing well so far.
Yes, they are. They are going very aggressive for with what they have. We see Antihero having to leave, but Abathur already on point. There is no sustaining Carapace here. This was just the shield just in case any of the abilities actually hit. Yeah,
3 missed. Entangle, Burrow Charge, and Impale. Antihero dodged everyone. Now next tribute here in the bottom.
Nice dodge of the Lion's Maw there. Antihero able to stay out of that. Li Ming not coming. She has Calamities, which is more of a team fight thing. Does not work on minions anymore, but she has to stay top lane. It's been pushed up, so she has to deal with it. So once again, it's going to be a 4.5 versus 4 here in favor of Gangan. They're going to be able to take control of this, and the longer this goes on, if Abathur has a chance to symbiote other lanes, he's already technically soaking mid lane because it's pushed up to him at the gate, so he can stay safe and soak at the same time, but it is still being pushed.
2 tributes to the Abathur team, because beGenius did not want to have an infinite fight 5v4 where Gangan never commits, always cancels the acquisition, while 2 lanes are getting pushed by Abathur. So they have given this sacrifice of those 2 tributes down presumably in order to gain an experience lead, but they do not have it. They're in trouble. They need this fight.
They don't have an XP lead, but they might be able to get a little bit of XP on Zay3 here if they're able to kill him off. He is dropped down. Rhaegar was getting zoned out by Tank for the win here, so very good job by him. Antihero is doing everything he can.
I think he's going to kill them all.
It's going to be a 3v3. Abathur is on Illidan. He's going for Arakin. Anubis just abandoned his team, just like, bye guys, good luck. And we're going to see Tank for the win taken down as well. That is going to be a 3-for-1 here in favor of Gangang.
Turns out there's no protection against Illidan. No matter how many times you press that darn button, Illidan does not let you go.
Yeah, he's still there. It's like shutting the door to a bear and then opening up just like, yep, still a bear.
It's like closing your eyes when you're taking the bear's fruits. And it's like, if I close my eyes, you're not there. Nope. That is a logical fallacy.
It is a logical fallacy indeed. So, next tribute, spawning in the top lane. If Gangang are able to pick this up, it will be the first curse of the game with one fort already down. So they can try to make an attempt onto mid or top lane. And they get it easily. No congestion, no level 10 was available for beGenius. They play safe, but now they have to play even safer on the defense.
Now watch the experience skyrocket here for Team Gangan as Abathur can get those juicy 1 HP minions that got cursed to be utterly ineffective. Now hold that thought. Cocoon comes out, immediately gets broken. This is not the engage they were hoping for.
Danatan, good engage,
no
turning it around. Kronas is dropped here, so that's a good amount of support is gone. But Illidan turns it around. The Twilight Dream is beautiful though, but Arthas does not care, continues to wade forward. Illidan following up as well, ignores Tank for the win, leaving Arthas for that. They turn it round, and it's a 2-for-1 again in favor of Gangang, getting the beneficial trade.
No warrior without bonus mobility can run away from Arthas as soon as he turns on that E, that Frozen Tempest. And no Squishy can get away from Illidan. As long as Gangan is winning, they will be able to capitalize off of that so well with all the tools that they have.
Oh, Illidan focus. Oh, Illidan, please.
There's that 10%.
There's that 10%. He just got absolutely destroyed. And that's the joy. They do have the burst potential to kill him. They just need him to be not near his healer or slash within range to get knocked up by a Nubra. That was beautifully executed.
They need Antihero to stand still as if for the wedding picture. Just stand there for a moment and we'll do all the damage. And then, anyway, level 13 versus 12 is still the situation. The bosses are available and Illidan is back.
Yep, Illidan on the way from his own base. He did go for Metamorphosis, by the way. We have mentioned this already, so he isn't going to be doing a huge amount of split pushing. He's just rotating with the team.
And the focal point of Team Gangan is going to be the enemy boss. They're going for beGenius's boss. They're checking it, they're zoning it, they're thinking about it. Moving on to the next logical point, Bruiser Camp. It was taken slowly by beGenius. The camp-taking potential for Gangan was far higher. They actually took Bruiser and Siege simultaneously so fast, and it just takes beGenius a long time to do anything as they have an Illidan killing composition, but very little map control considerations. Yeah,
and also talent deficit, always unfortunate when you want to try and burst down Illidan. Time for the win. Gonna scout this, and BKB just runs right into him. Gonna zone out. Danatan coming in though, may try to make an attempt. He does have Cocoon, and everyone immediately moves on to the point, but that's giving Lee
nice
some
focus fire
crazy
on
damage.
Rhaegar.
Twilight Dream was beautiful. Like you said, Rhaegar's gone. Boss is taken. Down goes a noob. In comes Arcade, turning into a 2-for-1 so far. Malfurion is low, but Illidan, he's still doing Illidan things. Gets one. Leaving comes in. The magic missiles do not land. Arcade is taunted. Sorry, Antihero is taunted. Saving Arakin for the time being, but he still gets him. He's dropping low. He's rooted. He's turning it round. The Abathur's helping him. He's got the reduced healing. BKB's helping him out. He finally goes down. But Tank for the win can't win this fight. He will go down. He taunts him anyway. But that's going to be a lot of kills. We're going to look at a replay of that. The Cocoon was good, but like you said, the focus on Rhaegar was beautiful.
This is Heroes of the Storm. A massive party at the bush. Heavy contention by both teams. Members falling left and right from beGenius and Team Gangan. And finally, as the battlefield clears up, as the dust clears, Illidan does Illidan things together with the help of Raid Balls.
He's got the reduced healing as well. He won't die. Look at him. finally, they're able to finish him off thanks to Varian doing Varian things, but even he can't win that fight as he gets finished off.
And
by
the second
BKB.
boss play is being made here by Team Gangan. They are now getting the boss at the top right. They've just about got it. They used that time of the bottom boss push after killing the keep, and they've now got the top boss and the next tribute available.
Next tribute is available. Not even going to see contesting on this. Even a Nubrak isn't brave enough to just send in a spike bed to try and delay that for a bit. He's going to play very far back with his team and then rotate up after depushing mid lane a bit to join his team and start dealing with this top boss.
Yeah, I feel like well, never mind. We can talk about that later. But I'm just shocked here to see a game where Anubrak is not dominant.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Arthas.
Nice.
They have such good
They have
burst.
it. Yes, they have something here, beGenius.
Yeah, there is the Gul'dan copy. Bit late, maybe. He's going to just go for some poke potential here. Where Kerma is currently playing dodgeball, trying to dodge out all those abilities. Finally gets him demounted. But this copy will not last very long. And that is actually, if they kill it, which they will, going to be a little bit of extra XP for them.
Yeah, it's like a quarter of a hero's XP normally, and then they're down in level, so that's more. But it was still only less than 10% on the purple bar there that shows their experience. It helps, but the delay that Gangan is granted from it is worth it for them, as they now have position on the tribute, and they've got another camp.
They have another camp. Like you said, the tribute positioning is good. Arthas is a little bit far out, but he is on the way. But he needs to hurry up, because for that time being, beGenius have the numbers advantage.
What I really like from beGenius here is that, first of all, they're doing much better than in game 1. 7 takedowns versus 12. Last game was worse. And when they go for a target and they hit their stun, Li Ming is ready to follow up. They got the kill twice on Rhaegar instantly. And they got the kill here on Illidan once at the gate and on Arthas just now. Every time they have landed that combo, it's an instant defeat of the enemy hero. And they finally reach talent equality. They're moving in here at the Bruiser camp. This could be a very important moment in the game, Tetcher.
They might try to raid. They are moving in. They don't get the camp, but they might go for a kill. The Cocoon is already down. Illidan moves back, but Arthas is gone. This is just an escape now. And something worth noticing here, the banner of Dalaran, the extra ability power here. Add that onto a Li Ming, and you have a bad time for Team Gangang.
Very cool to see that coming out, that level 16 talent by Varian. He can upgrade at level 20 to get bonus healing in that banner, to get that banner more often, every 25 seconds instead of every 45. And once again, a successful campaign by beGenius. They picked their target, even someone as tanky as Arthas with Rhyme, which is his block talent, Army of the Dead, Icebound Fortitude. He cannot withstand the ruthless onslaught of Cursed Bullet, Executioner Greymane, 2 stuns, a taunt, and disintegrate Mirror Ball. beGenius
are really good at killing one person in one go, but not winning team fights, it seems. So anti-hero trying to poke out that beetle block, though. As such, Unstable is probably going to be able to get this. Nicely done.
Now, anytime they have that reach on someone from Gangan, they can flip the switch with Cocoon. Last fight, they cocooned Rhaegar. They deleted Arthas. They can do something similar any fight that they meet again. They got their first tribute of the game. Very well done by beGenius. Still 2 keeps. The floodgates are not yet open.
They're only 4 kills behind. They're 4 kills, 1 level, a couple structures. Well, many structures. But like you said, they're not out. They absolutely have the potential here. They just need to continue doing what they're doing, playing safe, maybe taking less team fights until they are at least closer to 20, because Team Gangang are going to be rushing towards that quite quickly.
I mean, they need to fight over the next tribute. If at this point they give up another tribute to Team Gangan, level 20 will be on the horizon. 2 boss plays will happen for Gangan. They will get at least 1 keep, if not the game. No matter what, things will come to a conclusion in the next 45 seconds. The next tribute must be fought over with blood, sweat and tears by beGenius.
And it should be fought as aggressively as possible by Gangang as well, because if that tribute's in the top lane, then those catapults that are currently beginning to group up in the bot lane are going to become deadly. And we already see a rotation, but guess what? Tribute's not there. They have to let it go. So that tribute is going to be a big deal for Gang to fight over because those catapults can get core damage. There's a good chance they could be distracted by the keep
and
if pathing does annoy them.
Siege camp was just taken, and there's 3 catapults. If Gangan can buy time...
Delay. After skew.
Why aren't they blocking this lane?
beGenius, do you want to...
There's 4 members in the middle.
Okay, they're grouping now, but in the meantime, the catapults are getting close to core. They're going for Arthur's. There's that blow up. There's the horrifying ancestral lance.
They turned around. They thought we're done.
The cocoon is dropped. It's getting killed off by Zay Free as quick as possible. Danatad dropping low from the poison. He is deleted. They're turning it onto Varian. We've already seen Malfurion killed in the backline. Arakid and the Varian get taken out. Kuro's the only survivor. Nice teleport there.
I want to see that again.
Alive.
What happened there?
But the core is dying. The catapults are killing that off. Siege Giants are on the way. Illidad's already over. Curse is active.
Look at this. Arthas, he gets taunted.
He's
the burrow charge misses.
Horrifies beautiful. Greymane can't get in range. Even the lessened heal there. The Ancestral was enough to keep him alive, but now catapults, heroes, siege giants, all on the core. That is going to be GG. And Gangang taking it 2-0 right now. They are 2 games away from that HGC spot.
Very nicely done here by the challengers. They are looking to break into the Heroes Global Championship Pro Division in Europe. 2-0 lead in the best of 7. And I won't say that it was a throw or a giving away of a 1 game. Absolutely not. But beGenius, they were crawling back into this game. And they had an opportunity here on Arthas, who was isolated.
Yeah.
If that burrow charge hit, and I just...
he would be gone. And Zay3 just in time with the Horrify. It's a game of milliseconds here.
It's a game of talent choices. He picked Debilitation, 50% spell power reduction when his burrow charge hits. If he had chosen Epicenter, which gives an 85% bigger radius, Arthas would have been stunned. He would have been dead. They would have got the